I actually have my first request. I am so excited. Some friends have asked for a little tutorial on winged eyeliner. I love my winged eyeliner. I've been wearing it since as long as I can remember, as long as I've been wearing makeup, probably since maybe 19 years of age. And I just really love the clean, crisp black of just a nice winged eyeliner. And I've been doing it for years, so I have a few tips. So I thought I would share them with you guys. Hopefully they're helpful. The thing to remember about winged eyeliner is, it takes some practice. It's not something that you can just quickly just do in like 3 seconds and think it's going to be perfect the very first time you do it. It's totally not like that. It does take a little bit of practice. You don't have to be artistic. You don't have to have a really steady hand. I think that that's a bit of a myth that, if you want to use eyeliner or particularly liquid eyeliner, you need to have a super steady, like surgeon-like skill with your hands, and you totally don't. But you do have to take baby steps. You have to walk before you can run. This is no different, but I promise you, if you take your time, if you have the right tools, that's important too, and you practice, you'll get it, and it will look really good. So the first thing I wanted to tell you guys is that, if you want to do a really nice winged eyeliner look, don't use a waxy crayon, like a pencil crayon. This is not an eye dual tool at all. It doesn't give you a really crisp black, perfect line. And this is where people get nervous. They don't want to use liquid eyeliner, but I promise you, just try it. Try it. Now, for years, I would use a felt-tipped liquid eyeliner. This is not a felt-tipped one. I don't have one. By L'Oreal for about a decade. I love this thing, but I could never really get those perfect lines with it. I got pretty close, but I love the price point of them. It was like under $10, I think, or maybe around $10 to buy this liquid eyeliner with the felt tip from L'Oreal. And I think they still make it, though I'm not sure. Can't remember the name of it. Which is funny, just considering I bought so many of them over like a decade. I found when I switched to a brush, it really helped a lot. And it's just much easier with a brush. I don't know. Maybe you disagree. Maybe you use the felt tip and you're pretty good. You're just not great at making the wings. I think that this tutorial will help a little bit with that as well. But this is what I do. Eye makeup is the hardest thing. So be easy on yourself. When you think about artistry and about people who are doing beautiful, beautiful looks, those are makeup artists or like amateurs that are very, very good at what they do. And the eyes are the most challenging part. Like practically anybody can put on lipstick. Blush is not that difficult. Foundation takes a little bit of a skill, small skill, but the eyes, that takes some skill to do a really beautiful eye, the kind that you see in magazines or even the kind you see other makeup artist type or like makeup lovers doing on YouTube and Instagram. That's skill. That's practice as well. So don't think that you're just going to grab one of these and, your first try, it's going to look gorgeous. It probably won't. And that's cool. Erase it and just start again. That's the beauty of eye makeup. Don't do it in a day that you're in a rush. Like do it on a weekend. Do it when there's not a lot of pressure to make it look really good. Like take it easy on yourself. Don't make things more difficult than they need to be. Life is difficult enough as it is. Okay, so on to the tutorial. So I would recommend, let me tell you first about the liquid eyeliner that changed everything for me, which is the Stila. I don't know if you can see it well. Everybody knows this one. Okay, no. Maybe not everybody knows this one, but a lot of people love liquid eyeliner and have gone through lots of different ones, such as myself, have tried this one. It's really good. It is Stila's Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner, and it really does stay all day. I have sort of somewhat oily eyelids, and this doesn't budge. It's really good. If you want to take a bit more of a baby step, you could try this Clinique Pretty Easy Liquid Eyelining Pen. It is not a waterproof formulation, so if you do make a mistake, it's a little easier to smudge it off with these. I think these are both around the same price point. They're pricey. They're not cheap. They're not under $10. But they're good, and they can last a while. I think you're not supposed to keep them for more than, this says 6 months on it, and I'm sure that this one says 6 months on it too, but that's half a year. It's not such a huge investment. So anyhow, on to the actual eyelining of the eyes. I'm going to use this Stila one. I have just foundation on. I have a little bit of blush. I did my eyebrows because they're ghastly without. They're just like see-through. There's just 7 hairs without any powder on them. So I did those. But I haven't done my eyes yet. They're completely bare, as you can see. I'm going to try and attempt to do it here. It's not the easiest to do. I'm used to doing this in front of the bathroom mirror, so you have to bear with me here. But anyhow, here we go. Hug the lash line, okay? Hug the lash line. When you're first starting out, get this tip as close as you can to the lash line. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is keep your eye somewhat open, because if you have one eye open and one eye closed, if you're like me, the closed one is going to flutter a bit, just struggling to stay closed while the other one is open, and then you'll just have messy eyeliner, and that's totally not the look you're going for. So anyhow, let's give this a go. So here we go. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna blend this out. Some foundation has sort of settled into the crease here of my eye. So I'm just gonna blend that out a bit. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going slow. That's the other tip. This is not a race. A lot of people want to get this in one stroke, and that's probably not going to happen. Okay, here we go. This eyeliner is actually running out a bit, so it's a bit patchier than I would like. Anyhow, first tip, just go to the end of the eye. You're not flicking anything just yet. I take my own advice, open my eye a bit, because I did try and shut it there and I was struggling. Okay. So my first suggestion is just get the eyeliner to the end of the eye, okay? Worry about the wings after, like baby steps here. The next thing you're gonna do once you get it just to the edge of your lash line is you're just gonna do a tiny one. Just a tiny one. That's where you're going to start, okay? And I apologize because this liner is not as dense as it usually is. It's running out a bit. I should have checked it. But anyhow, here we are. Okay. Not perfect, but as you can see, there's just a tiny, tiny little flick at the end. That's where you're going to start. So I'm just going to do the other eye and I'll meet you back in a second. Okay, so here we are back. And I've done them both and they're not perfect, and that's okay. You know, remember that your eyes are not twins. The saying goes, your eyes are not twins, they're sisters. So they can look a little different. The wing tips don't have to be perfect on both, and that's fine. You'll get better as time goes on. These are not perfect. Normally I would go back in and sort of get them a little crisper or cleaner or fix the shape using just a cotton bud or a Q-tip and just moisten that a little bit, and I would just go in there and clean them up. But I want to show you, you can still work with it like this. What you're going to do at this point is, you know, you just want a tiny little flick. You're going to start there, okay? After you've got your tiny little flick, then you can draw a bit and make sure that when you're drawing your wings, your eyes are open. Don't do it with your eyes closed for a couple reasons. First of all, you're not going to see, you're not going to get them as even as you would if your eyes are just open. Then you'll see what they're going to look like, and that's what other people are looking at too, because sometimes you'll draw your wings and then you'll open your eyes and then like you don't see them if you have hooded lids like I do. So anyhow, open your eyes. That's my tip. What you want to do then, if you want a more of a winged look, once you've got your little flicks, is you can just draw them up a little bit. I like to go from up to down to connect them back. Some people draw a tiny dot where they want the wings to end, and then they just kind of connect it from the line to the dot. That's another way of doing it. I don't do it that way, although I have tried doing it that way and it does work. What I typically do is I'll just have a look and I'll just sort of draw, kind of just draw them. And you can see here I switched to the Clinique because my Stila was just desperately low, of course, on eyeliner. So anyhow, okay, so perfect? No. Oh, and the other thing is turn your head. I have this really weird habit of having my head really stiff, and I never turn it the whole way. It's a really bad habit. Don't do that. You want to turn your head the whole way so you can see what's going on the other side. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with my neck. I have no idea why I do that. It's one of those things. Where were we? Okay, drawing this back. Okay. So then you just have a good look at yourself front on. Yeah, I mean, you can go touch up, you know, Just go in there. This is a very thin, the brush is very thin, so you can get these really thin lines. Okay. And here we go. Okay, still not perfect. And that's okay. What I like to do at that point with my very imperfect eyes is then I grab this pencil, right? This is an actual pencil and it's not super sharp. I would, it doesn't have to be super sharp. You can still do it like this. And I just go in and I just go over them a bit and sort of blacken it up. And if there's any sort of lighter spots that I missed, this will help darken them. So I'm going to do that now. There we have it. So, that's how you do winged eyeliner. I hope that's helpful. If it is, definitely give me a like, thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll have more of these videos coming your way. Thanks.